Hey, you should subscribe to the Monaresclub. Because the Principal Saiyans told you to, idiot. Bye.
What is up, guys? Bringing you another gameplay commentary for you today. I am playing Vegeta Ramp from set 11, and my wife is playing Launch from set 12. We have the profile for Launch up on the profile if you want on the channel if you want to see that one. I don't have a profile up for Vegeta Ramp, but it's a pretty standard build. Apologies if the table's kind of moving around here. We were playing over at a board game cafe on their patio, and their patio furniture is not the best, so it might shake around a little bit. So my apologies there if that is makes you a little dizzy, but I'll try to commentate this as best I can. It looks like I kept a couple of cards, and my wife is thinking about keeping 3 and shuffling away. I didn't see how many I kept because I'm just a Speedy Gonzalez like that, but we will be getting underway shortly here. Let's see. My deck is just it's a standard Vegeta Ramp deck. It wants to deal damage to you early using like UI, Goku, Kamehameha, and the Golden Goku Ape Unison to pump up the leader, get the damage in, get early ramps going so you can start making big plays earlier. And my wife's deck is the Launch, MonoRed Launch we put up on the channel not too long ago. You might see some other gameplays of it on here. It's using the Launch life theme. It's not like a Piccolo Jr. build. It's using like the play from life cards and all that stuff. So it's really cool. It's a lot more controlling than a normal Launch deck. It's just kind of a mid-rangey value strategy instead. And I like it a lot, honestly. I think it's kind of cool. I don't think people really gave Launch enough of a shot with her theme, but alright, looks like I won the roll. I'm going first. I'm just charging Janemba, Infernal Intruder, and passing. Can't really do a whole lot on the play with this deck since you do have to go to combat for your leader to proc and get your free ramps. My wife's just going to go ahead and charge a Tien Shinhan that she wants to play out of her life. Just charge it because she can't play it for free from her hand, so why not charge it? Alright, we'll see what she's going to do. She's going to go ahead and start by sending in with her leader. We're going to have a combo, it looks like. Yep, combo the Launch, draw a card for comboing, flip a life up with the Launch SR. Alright, so that's the King Piccolo, the new ruler. And then she can't play that. And then she'll go ahead and awaken or sneeze her leader to flip and draw another card. And then we'll see if she wants to combo again to get that extra value, or she's just going to stay at 15. Because you do get to draw on both sides of the leader, which is why you can get such crazy hands so fast. Alright, so she's just going to combo away this Tien Shinhan, the other one she drew. She doesn't have a Unison to set it up in her life, it looks like. Or she has too many of those in her hand, so she's just cycling them away, essentially, for value. Alright, and I go ahead and take it. Alright, here comes... Alright, she does have a Unison, so she must just have enough of those in her hand that she feels comfortable just cycling away the ones she does have. I know she generally favors the Goku critical one instead, as well as Son Goku Eye for an Eye, because they're just slightly more powerful than Tien. So she goes ahead and picks up King Piccolo, the new ruler, which is a new card I added to the deck since the deck profile, because I was able to pick up a couple copies on the cheap. She goes ahead and picks that up, puts down a card in her life, which is probably like a Son Goku Eye for an Eye or something that she wants to flip next turn, and then passes it back to me. Alright, so I go ahead and charge an energy, charge UI Goku because the time for that has passed. Go ahead and play Monkey Unison. So this lets me uptick, give my leader plus 10k for the turn, which is awesome for getting my ramps going. And I'll send in at my wife's leader, draw a card for my troubles. So let's see how she reacts. The Bulma Unison does have blocker. It's kind of an oft-forgotten ability, but you can block with it. So if she wants to deny me the ramp, she can do that. It's also a good way, if the Unison takes damage, you get to flip a life, so it gets you essentially a free card if it takes a damage. But it looks like she'd rather just keep her Unison around and will allow me to ramp once. So gracious of her. So I get to ramp once and pass it back to my wife. I don't want to swing with the Unison here because Launch getting to she didn't combo on the last swing, and if you give Launch the opportunity to combo a lot, then it can really swell up her hand size very quickly. It's kind of like old school Hercule back in the World Martial Arts Tournament meta, so that's just something to be aware of when you're playing against Launch, especially if you know it's like a slower version, like a blue-red Launch or mono-red like this one. You just want to not send in too often if you don't have to, because normally if it would just cheese a card out of their hand, instead it'll make Launch go plus, so that's something to be aware of in that matchup for sure. Alright, so my wife's charged, and it looks like she's having a think here. I don't know how many cards she has in her hand because of the camera angle, unfortunately, as well as my face blocking it. So we're going to go ahead and send in with launch again. She just wants to turn this card sideways as often as possible, get the card draw value going. Alright, so she's deciding if she wants to go in at Monkey or not. Monkey's good. The Monkey Unison's really good. Just for getting the consistent procs on your leader to make sure you're getting your damage in. And it has the pay 4, draw a card ability, or draw 2 cards, which is an okay energy sink. It's usually not what you aim to be doing with the deck, but if you've got the energy, why not? I'm not going to sneeze at an extra ability. Alright, so she's going in at leader and negging it for 5k for the battle with the launch, comboing with Bulma, Faithful Friend, drawing a card, flipping a life, awakening, drawing another card, and then playing the Goku out of her life for 1 and replacing it with a random card from the top of her deck. Man, commentating the launch, like, actual life sequences is so it's a lot of words. And we'll see if she wants to combo one more time. Looks like she passes on comboing again, so we will see. She'll probably combo on that Goku crit swing instead to get max value, because she probably knew her leader swing was going in, especially since she had a crit in play. So she's going to go ahead and uptick Bulma, take that random card she just got out of her deck, and then replace it with a card in her hand, which is probably something that she can play out of her life. Maybe like the 3rd Tien or something. So she's going to go in at my leader for 15k crit. And we'll see. I'm assuming she's going to combo on this, just to get that extra card draw, add the extra cycle at the very least with her leader. We'll see how she decides to combo. I will note we don't have the promo launches in this build because they're just so expensive. Like, we don't want to spend the money on them, and you know, let's just wait and see where the price settles on those. So we do have these Mai's instead. So she combos up to 20, draws a card for her trouble, because this is the first time she comboed on the front side of her leader, and crits me for 20. Really, really irritating. You can just see the kind of the value that you get with this deck. You can't really see the cards in her hand, unfortunately, but you can see that, you know, when you're playing these cards out of your life for free, it's not costing you anything in hand. You're just going +1 every time you play one from your life. Which maintains that big hand size that launch is known for, because you just have to combo a card to flip a life, and then you draw a card for that, so that replaces itself. Then you get to play the card you flipped for free. It just comes in. Alright, so she goes in with King Piccolo, the new ruler, which is a 15k double strike you can play for free. Then it removes itself from play at the end of the turn. Combos on the Nappa Demolition Man super combo to go up to 25k crit. So she wants to try and close this game quickly. She recognizes that I've got the Fatty Boom Baddies in my deck, and she doesn't want to have to compete with those later in the game. So she's going to be the beatdown this matchup, and I think that's an apt assessment of the situation. So we'll see where that gets us here. Sorry, my video lagged for just a second there. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and awaken because I am at 4 or less. I only get to draw 1, unfortunately, with my leader. It's kind of crappy, but all right, I'm going to send in for 15, probably at her leader, but because I want to try and get my ramp procced. And it looks like I upticked my monkey as well, so it's going to be 25k, actually. She'll decide if she wants to block or negate. It looks like there's 3 markers on her Bulma Unison, which there should be. She played it on turn 1. So if she blocks, it would deny a ramp, but it might leave her Bulma a little more vulnerable, so something to think about. Let's see what she ends up doing. So she's going to negate with a Wolf Fang Fist to put it back down to 10k, which is enough to threaten the launch, but it means I have to put more in if I want to get my hit. So I'm going to go ahead and do UI Goku's Kamehameha to effectively nullify the Wolf Fang Fist, and go back up to 25, and draw a card for my troubles as well. It's like those old pseudo super combos, but crazy good. Extra 5k and utility on the backswing. Let's see what Elizabeth decides to do. So she's going to combo that launch from her drop area because her leader is only 5k, and I just shove it over in her combo area because I'm sick of her flipping her leader on top of it. I'm like, just use your combo area, that's what it's for. So she'll just, even if she doesn't combo out of this attack, she's just doing this for value because it's just a free card out of your drop area, because you get to combo, draw a card, and then flip your leader by flipping up a life, and then draw another card. So you're just getting essentially a pot of greed. You just draw 2. She also gets to play this Browns County's Most Wanted as well for flipping to her backside and paying a red. That's pretty good. That's a 15k crit right there too. So she's got 2 15k crits on board and does Nappa super combo. And it looks like she's going to combo up with Nappa as well and draw another card. The Nappa super combo is crazy good with this leader because it every time you combo, once per turn on each face, when you combo, you draw a card. So you get to essentially turn it into 2 super combos if you sequence correctly, which is what my wife did here. She drew 1 on the front and drew 1 on the back. Absolutely stupid good. Alright, so that's going to put her up to 25, so she'll need 5 more if she wants to get out of this attack. Oh, and I said, oh, but I had this God Ceiling. I want to put that Brown Counties back. Sorry. I was a little slow on the uptick because I was probably talking to her or something. So, but we're nice, and we're not super cutthroat, so she just let me do that. And she's like, okay, I'll just use that to combo out of the attack. That's easy. So, I guess what goes around comes around, right? Everything kind of evens out in the end. I am at only 3 life, which is very scary. I did say this launch deck's a little slower, but that's not to say it doesn't have closing power. We do have 3 Supreme Kais in this to give double strike, as well as Mira. And there's also the Son Goku Eye for an Eye, which makes it so if it's in play and your opponent negates an attack, they burn 1. It's absurd. So, alright, I'm going to send the monkey in at her board to try and take care of that. Because I am at 3. I want to not deal with too many swings on the crackback here. I'm a little bit far away from stabilizing, so I need to try and stabilize the board right now. That is the most important thing I can do. And looks like Elizabeth's thinking about a negate again. Wolfang Fist notably can't stop a unison. It can only choose battle cards and leader cards, so that's something to note for you red players out there. Aspiring red mages. I guess we're not mages in Dragon Ball. I'm using magic terms there. Aspiring red ballers. We'll call them red ballers, and on the left I'm a blue baller. So that's what we're going with. We're ballers. I know what I said. Alright, so looks like... I don't know what's... Oh, she blocked with her unison. Okay, she blocked with her unison. Flipped up a life for her troubles. Doesn't get to flip, unfortunately, but then that eats the attack. She doesn't have to deal with the comboing out of the Goku swing, and then I just play a Zamasu or a Zeno super combo to draw a card. I really like the Zeno super combo in this deck because you often will end up with an extra energy. You can just run it out. And then you can pick up things. You can turn your leader into kind of a pseudo card filtering engine because you can use it to pick up things that your leader ramped that you want later. Like if he ramped your secret rare, for example, or, you don't have a 4-drop in your hand, but you'd like one next turn, you just pick it up, or a Sensu Bean, anything. It's kind of cool. Cool little synergy there. I think I play 2 of him and 2 of the Vegeta bottom deck, draw 2, because that's just value. Alright, my wife upticks her unison. It looks like she forgot the order of her life, which is important for playing this version of Launch. You have to play memory a lot. So I would not recommend playing this at like a longer tournament for sure, because it's just gonna wear on you. But it looks like she forgot the placement of her life, so she's like, well, I hope this is the one. This isn't the one I put there. And then she puts her life back, so this is probably something she's going to get to put into play. I'm assuming it's going to be an Eye for an Eye on Goku. Because she's gone through 2 of her TNs, so there's only 1 left, and the TN and the Goku crit are both unique, so she can't put another one in. Alright, gonna go ahead and swing. Kill my Zeno super combo, the Audacity, with her minus 5k on the leader, and then play... Oh my god, and then she's gonna play the SS4 one-hit wonder off of that? That's just gross. That's just a free 15k. What the actual hell? Alright. And should the leader swing still going? Alright, so she's gonna super combo Nappa Demolition Man. Puts it in her combo area, finally. Puts it in her combo area. Because every time you flip with the leader, you just put the card under it. It's just a thing between me and her. Alright, so she's gonna combo Demolition Man. Draw a card. And she's gonna be 20 on my 15. And then she's gonna pass at that. I'm gonna Sensu Bean up, go up to 20 for the turn. And I'll probably have an extra 5k to throw in there. Because why else would I Sensu Bean? An extra Sensu Bean would be really nice, but I'm just going to throw this Vegeta away. Because I already have a Unison in play, and that's the one that plays the Goku SS4 Unison. Nappa Demolition Man comes in to be comboed again on the next time she flips, or on the next turn. It's a supremely good super combo in this deck. I think this is the best deck for Nappa Demolition Man. Absolutely stupid good card in here. It's really good in Bulma, too. Like, for some reason, Nappa loves helping these Earthlings. But here we are. The Earthling ladies, specifically. Wink. Alright, so she's going to swing in with Goku, the critical Goku. I don't want to have to deal with that. Just put it in a pot. Mafuba. Good old-fashioned Mafuba. No fuss, no muss, Mafuba. Let's see. So, I love Mafuba. I still just throw one in like most of my decks because it's such a solid card still, even for 2 energy. Especially in this ramp deck, you can afford the 2 sometimes, like right now. Alright, so she's coming in with One Hit Wonder. Doesn't have any keyword skills, notably. Combos with this launch from her hand, so that'll let her flip a life. It's the TN she put there. Awaken, draw 1. She's already comboed on the backside there, so she didn't draw for comboing, but she draws for flipping. Pays 1 for TN. I go ahead and God Sealing Technique, put the TN back in her hand, because I don't want to have to deal with that. And then then she replaces the TN with the card in her from the top of her deck. Again, this is like a lot of stuff that happens in the combo steps for launch with this build. We'll see if she wants to combo again, because she hasn't comboed yet on the front face, so she'll get another card draw if she combos again. And it looks like, I believe she's going in at my leader with the One Hit Wonder. So that's a 20 on my 20. It looks like if she wants to... we'll see how aggressive she wants to get. A Kai right now might be a problem if she gives it Double Strike. Combos of the other One Hit Wonder, because you can only have one in play, essentially. And it's useful out of the drop. It has some drop mechanics to kill smaller battle cards like Zenos and stuff. As well as pairs with the launch negative quite effectively to kill some larger cards. Alright, so she combos up to 25. I say that's too rich for my blood. I take it. And then she puts that launch sideways to note that she can combo with it from the drop. Just her extra little memory helper there, which I think is perfectly fine. I don't think there's any rule against it. So, alright, so I'm sitting at 2 life against a deck with 3 Kais in it. And she charged 1 Kai, which makes me think she has one in her hand, but doesn't have the mirror or anything, and just passes it back to me. I get another turn. I get a turn of reprieve. So that's just fantastic news for the Vegeta players in the room. We'll see if I can make anything happen with 5 energy. I haven't gone to ramp a whole lot. I think I only got to ramp 1 time so far with this, but we'll see. I thought the video froze for a second, but I'm just thinking so intensely. Yeah, I don't. 5's kind of an awkward number for this deck because your real Fatty Boom Batty's on 6, but my wife was very smart and denied me that ramp up to 6 with her Unison, so. Alright, so let's swing in with my leader. Note, again, this leader also has the ability once per turn, if your opponent negates its attack, you get to flip a life. Here's me. The reason I'm shaking my hand here is my wife says no negates, and I'm like, oh wow, no topo? You had 2 energy up. I thought for sure you'd have a topo. And she said, oh yeah, I do have a topo. That's why I left that energy up. Topo. I'm like, what the hell? You always do this. You leave up the 2, say no negates, and then I say, wow, no topo. And you say, oh, yeah, it's topo. All right, here comes Golden Boy, the Golden Ape, the Golden Monkey, to go with my other Golden Monkey. Counter that topo. Get him out of here. He's on a short list. And this is what I was just saying earlier, where once per turn, if your opponent activates a negate for the Vegeta leader restands. So that's pretty heckin' cool. Then I'm going to go ahead and kill the super combo bottom deck it with the Golden Monkey, the other ability on it, because it just does a crazy amount of things. It does tap me out, though. It's pretty dangerous if I don't have it like a Dimension Magic or something in my hand. You know, that could kill me quite easily as well. But I want to just get something going here. I don't want to have to deal with that topo. Another 20k in play, and getting rid of the super combo is pretty nice value, too. Alright, so this attack is still going through. Because the Golden Baby stopped the counter from Topo. And my wife is deciding which one to take. She's like, I'm going to take this one, because I don't know what it is. I know it's not one I put there, so I'm just going to take a random card. Alright, so this Ape is I believe 30k with Triple Strike, so it's quite threatening. I swing in again with my leader because it got to restand. She takes it because it is plus 10k still, so it's a 25k on both of those swings. Swing in for 15. My wife combos out wisely, seeing the triple strike in play. Doesn't want to have to take too many chances. So she combos with the launch from the drop. That's one thing you want to remember is you can combo with that from the drop by removing it from your drop area if you're on the front side. Very important mechanic for launch. Flips up an eye for an eye. Can't play it, but now she knows it's there. She doesn't have the energy for it. So she will go up to 15 off of this. And we'll see what else she does. And go up to 20, and that combo's out. Draws a card for her troubles. Alright, remove that other launch from the game. Brown Counties goes to the drop. And I'll send in Triple Strike at her Unison, I believe. Yep, Unison. I'm like, no, she shakes off one. I'm like, it's Triple Strike. Get out of here. And then it dies. So I don't have to deal with another King Piccolo New Ruler at least next turn. The card to the Goku's still under the pot there with Mafuba. And I'm feeling okay, not great, but okay about this spot. Because I am at 2 life. Hopefully I have a Dimension Magic in my hand. Dimension Magic would make this a lot better for me, because this deck has a lot of 10Ks and Unisons and stuff, so being tapped out kind of sucks. But hopefully I made that Golden 8 play with a Dimension Magic in my hand. I don't really remember. So she goes ahead and charges a Bulma Unison. She's like, I don't even need this. I'm just going to kill you right now. I'm going to make you have it. D-Magic or bust, baby. She hasn't seen one yet, so we'll see. Having a bit of a think here. Launch goes in at... I'm like, you want to go at my Unison? She's like, no, I'm going at your leader. I'm like, okay, fine, go at my leader. I'm like, you sure you don't want to go at my Unison? Nah, she's going at leader, so... swings in, combos Bulma, Confident Friend, flips a life, flips up that eye for an eye she knew about, flips her leader, draws a card, plays the eye for an eye, replaces it with a card in her life. I go ahead and God Sealing that right now. I can't do it any quicker. Hopefully she doesn't forget to replace her life, because that would be important. I might have interrupted her at the wrong time. I think she forgot to replace her life. We'll see if that comes up. If I win by 1 life, you'll know I'm a big cheater. So she combos that eye for an eye from her hand. So it's like the God Sealing's not even that good against this deck, because you just put it back in their hand. They're like, okay, now I have combo fodder. Beautiful. But I don't have to deal with that 20k that burns me if I counter. So, notably, I didn't counter this launch attack, which makes me think I don't have a D-Magic. Okay, she remembered to replace her life. And my leader gets minus 5k for the turn. That's what that die is on my leader. Unfortunately, not a Senzu Bean. I go ahead and take the hit, because I know she has a bunch of Kais in her deck anyway. So it looks like I didn't have D-Magic, so this could be close. This could be very close. Let's see what she does. Maybe she doesn't have enough in her hand to kill me. Alright, she's sending in 15. Let's see what she does. I'm assuming I say no negates, because there's not a single negate I could play at this point. I guess I could play D-Magic to commit Sudoku, but otherwise there's nothing I can do. Bulma, Faithful Friend, flip up a life. It's another, looks like another Bulma, Faithful Friend, doesn't really matter. And she's already drawn on both halves of her leader here. She's like, wait, that wasn't the card I thought was there. Which card is it? Where did I put it? I'm like, oh, it's too late. I don't know. You gotta keep better track of those things, I guess. Especially since I'm on the back foot. I'm like, I could die right here. I'm not doing you any favors. Alright, she's having a big think here. She's like, do I go all in on this, or is it too risky? Like, counting how many cards I have in my hand. Combo, 25. 30. Alright, she's going all in, it looks like. 35. 35. 40. Pan. 50. 60. She had 2 Kais. 65. Double strike. Super combo. Alright, let's see. I'm rolling the dice here. I get 2 draws. 25. 30. 35. 40. 45. 50. And that's it. I'm dead. I can't combo out. Well, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Thanks for checking us out, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.